This Wayne Goodsell. All hell is breaking loose today. I did my first video for those not Mormon. And after I uploaded it, YouTube censored me from watching anyone's channel. I can still upload for now, but I can't watch anybody's channel when I'm signed in. So I had to catch up on the remaining news that I missed from yesterday by not being signed in. Not a problem, not an issue, but nonetheless, it's clear YouTube is interfering in my lawsuit against the church, who are their investors, who have Mormons working for YouTube to shadow ban me and to interfere with my videos, and now censoring me from watching other people's channels. What's interesting is I caught a news story, I think it might have been CBS, I don't think it was NBC, but the news covered the airline industry is taking a huge hit despite being allowed to continue or to reopen. They're not getting the customers from pre-coronavirus numbers. People are being smart. Good for you. But like I had mentioned, in Utah, our airport director was removed from his post for an accusation that he is not being allowed to be processed through the system for. Other people who get arrested for things, we get updates. We have not had any updates since his initial arrest, which was less than a minute in coverage in the news on the day it happened, at least by ABC4 News. Everybody covered it in Utah. All the press in Utah covered it. But that was it. No further information about the process, because you got to stand before a judge. If you don't have counsel, you're supposed to be appointed counsel. You're supposed to plead, and all these things are supposed to be occurring, and are not having. Just silent. He's gone. So the Salt Lake Airport director is just gone on the very day that Herbert opens up the airport, May 15th. As airports across the nation were complaining, we're not opening, it's not safe. We don't have any information as to whether our Salt Lake Airport director was one of those voices saying, we can't open, it's not safe, Governor. But the timing of his arrest with the opening of the airport leads to the news that happened that day. They were hoping to get more information of a potentially big story, and we've gotten nothing. And so the airports are taking a hit, and I would imagine so is Salt Lake City, except for this organization called the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, of whom I have sued, and is the case that is waiting for a final decision. They resumed their missionary service. It was last week, even. Or was it earlier than that? I'd have to go back and check. But The church was silent after my last filing. The motions for disbarment and disciplinary action of the defense lawyers, and for the final judgment motion. And in that final judgment motion, I brought out that the criminal organization that I have filed against is also fraudulently instead a satanic organization, because that's the symbols at Temple Square. And they're still got Father's Day stuff. Okay, here's 124. They finally post this up. Changes coming to Church of Jesus Christ navigation. Okay, so they're going to make it more confusing to navigate the site. Church members in Hastings, New Zealand, index 100 or 1 million names in genealogy during the shutdown. And none of the people in the picture are wearing masks. Holland did a video when he would have been notified by the lawyers, and after he got notified, he all of a sudden gets sick and then gets hospitalized. Bednar is now saying that coronavirus is taking away our agency to assemble and spread the virus. Where is the missionary thing? Okay, the missionary thing has been dropped. Why is that? Did they cancel the missionary thing and just not tell anybody? Okay, here's all releases. Yes, I want to load more. That's why I clicked on all. Okay, June 12th. Yes, that was 2 weeks ago. That was the Friday that we were first expecting a potential verdict from the judge, the order, the final order. And the church went and opened up missionary work again. And if you don't understand, if you're going to flee the country because you're about to be arrested for crimes, serious federal crimes at the level of capital punishment, which the judge is supposed to do, is order their bench warrant arrest for criminal prosecution after winning my winning of the civil case. And so yes, the church knows they lost. They've been giving all the indicators of guilty as they've been trying to cover up their crimes during this event, as they are trying to be on their best behavior, as other indicators are also pointing in the direction to, like the stock market plunge of 1,800 points that Thursday before they opened up the missions. And all of these indicate that they are trying to flee through the airports. That's the quickest, easiest way to flee the country. Is by saying, hey, we got to go serve a mission, we got to go meet these people in this non-extradition country to get away with it. And so what we're experiencing is another Friday, which who knows if Judge Oberg is going to make a decision or not. But Herbert has been under pressure this week more than previous weeks, as people are saying, lock us down again, shut everything down again. It's gonna get worse, and we're going to have to lock down everything, even the essential businesses, if you don't lock us down now. But Herbert will not do it. Yesterday, he came out and said, okay, we're now requiring masks for everybody in government office. Everybody who comes into the government offices, everybody who works there, all must wear masks because one of our guys got coronavirus. And why not lock down? The medical professionals who are supposed to advise him are telling him, lock it down, lock the state down. This is out of control. And it is out of control. We almost had 600 new cases today, as he only tested little over 2,000. Or was it? No, he tested over 7,000, which was interesting because the news report also indicated that they're out of testing kits now. And if they're out of testing kits and 3 locations are canceled for testing, we're soon going to see a drop-off in new cases because they're not being tested. Not to mention that the president came out and ordered governors to do such a thing. But when you put all the pieces of the puzzle together, which I'm right in smack in the middle of it, so yes, I'm putting all the pieces of the puzzle together. You have to assemble all my videos together to understand the majority of the pieces that I'm aware of. You're looking at Herbert purposely executing Utahns' lives. And when I was talking to Mormons, I would say your lives, Mormons' lives. But yeah, he doesn't care about Utahns' lives. He's not shutting down. Why? He had no problem in the beginning once it got out of control. But it worked to the point that they had a steady amount every day. Although he was throttling the numbers, shutting down testing right before they got to 200 to make sure that he didn't fit in the qualification to shut down again, to keep shutting down, but and to justify reopening. But it's just, it's completely changed now. He's not shutting down. And like I said, put all the pieces together, he's purposely leaving things open, especially the airport. Because if he shuts down, he has to shut down the airport too. And then remember, why was the airport director for Salt Lake arrested again? What happened to his case again? What's going on? You're looking at a massive conspiracy theory. And a conspiracy theory is a legitimate filing in a federal case. That's my filing that I did. It is a RICO conspiracy case, which means more than one person is involved in criminal activity. And so the misinformation that is going around our nation, and you even hear it on the news, they want to claim that a conspiracy theory is a lie. It's misinformation. I don't know if you heard that person yelling as he was driving by. But we are in a crisis here in Utah, and the governor is refusing now to save lives. Yesterday, I did an email chat comment to the government's online website for coronavirus and asked, why is Governor Herbert killing us? What did we do to deserve the death sentence? And of course, the woman disappears on the screen, and they eventually let loose the numbers. But it's not good. But clearly, Herbert is aware of the federal lawsuit as well. And it's not good, because it means they all understand that the church is in great trouble here. And it's good for me, but it's not good for any of us, because all of us are getting punished just in case the judge sides with me, and the church has to make a quick emergency flight out of Utah, out of the United States, to a non-extradition country. And what do we do as a people? I'm no longer communicating with Mormons. Mormons obviously can see my video, but I'm not talking to them anymore. They have proven themselves to be set in their ways, but they won't admit who they are, who the God is that they worship. And you just can't work with people like that. You can't communicate with people like that. They refuse to acknowledge truth. They just lie and lie about the lie, and lie and deceive and cover it up, and continue to say, we're not the Church of Lucifer, we're the Church of Jesus Christ. It says so in our name. Duh. No, you've got the symbol of Lucifer on your temple doors as the keystone. You've got the symbol of Lucifer on the keystone of the Seagull Gate, indicating that you control the government in Utah. They still will go down denying. No, it isn't. It's a symbol of Jesus. No, it's not. And that's the frustration that I've had to deal with, is Mormons who are furious that I've exposed them, but they continue to deny. And you can't deal with people like that. They hate humanity so much that they are willing to be martyrs as liars. And they're in the position of power and authority right now. And that makes it even worse. And, like I said, YouTube is now stepping in to censor me on my viewing of other people's channels. Right after I did my first Not for Mormons video. And so I hope for those who listen to this video, if you've lasted this long, that you stock up. It's going to get worse. And yes, we've been saying that the whole Trump presidency. It's going to get worse. Don't let him get away with this. It's going to get worse. It's going to get... It's still going to get worse. Because nobody is stopping those who are causing this. So please, stock up. Make sure you wear your mask and gloves, but that's not going to do anything to protect you against those who aren't, who have the virus, and don't protect us from them. But hopefully Judge Oberg signs off tomorrow. Gives the order tomorrow. Hopefully it's for my favor, because I'm a dead man. Dead. If she sides with the church and betrays America, violating the laws. Because I won according to the laws. All she has to do is sign it. And everybody is acting as if I did win. And so, here we come to a third Friday after my last filings. Saturday is the memorial for Joseph Smith Jr., the founder of the original Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, which was usurped by Brigham Young. Brigham Young's organization did a smear campaign on Joseph, the founder, to justify their actions. And people believe them. And that's sad, that people believe known liars, deceivers. So, the church obviously is not even mentioning anything to be done on Saturday. Nothing in preparation. Joseph Smith is martyred all these years ago. President Nelson is going to speak. Nothing. But for the 24th of July, you better believe they'll have something. Even if they can't have a parade, because the coronavirus is still going on and Judge Oberg still hasn't made her decision. Maybe she's waiting for the 4th of July weekend to be a symbolic gesture. You can't do that in a court case. I know it's cool in history, looking back, but people are suffering right now. We need this stopped, because her delaying is causing Herbert to continue to delay with the shutting down that is necessary right now. And it's costing your lives if you live in Utah. So, that's the dilemma we are faced with right now. So I just keep pressing forward, but it's not looking good.